heart of gold, but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. SpawnTrooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. SpawnTrooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. SpawnTrooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Well, bloody hell. Well, jolly good evening, good afternoon, and hello everybody. Yes, we're back. And if you can hear me okay, let me know. If not, turn your hearing aids up. Anyway, who we're going to have today? Yes, we have the beautiful witch from the west, who's really nice. So let's get and drag her on here. Hello.
Oh, hello to you too.
Yeah.
See, you've been busy today.
Don't know what you're on about. Yes, I have. Yep.
I think you have. You've been super busy. I've been busy too. We're getting new furniture today, and so I'm having to get everything situated so we can take the old furniture out and bring the new furniture in.
Oh, right. Well, at least, excuse me. Well, at least you're getting something done, and I've done something today as well. However, before we crack on, I've got something to show you. Obviously, because when I was playing the game the other day, I used your broom, so I changed over to the second one. and it turned out that it's actually a high stick
Oh
type of stick. So obviously, just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, just be a little bit careful when you're going anywhere near brooms because yes.
That's just so I can fly over these idiots' heads.
Yeah. Oh, talking about idiots. Oh,
Oh
talking about
wow.
idiots. Anyway, before we even get cracking, right? I'd tell you what I did today. Um, it's quite interesting that I didn't realize that uh, Travis was live,
Oh
and
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and so obviously, thanks very much for letting me know. So I went back and had a look at this accusation, and before we go into this, I just want to say hello, everybody. I want to say hello to Eric, Kim, Daniel. Good to see you. Uh, they're living with life. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the stream. Who else have we got? And then obviously there's Joey. There's Joey Fleetwood. Behave yourself.
Hey
Good man. Good to
Joey.
see you. Right. Anyway, so going back to what I was saying, and I watched it, and the fact that Lynette Preston actually made a false accusation against
Oh
Travis.
my god.
I mean,
Right?
like she has just basically legally shot herself in the foot.
Why would you? I mean, okay. First of all, she's not even there. They leave and go somewhere else. She
Yeah,
comes back and sees this on her video camera.
yeah. Why do you sound like you're in a bathroom?
I don't know. I got my earphones on,
You sure
but
about that?
I'm in the spare room. I do have the door shut because they're downstairs moving some furniture around.
Oh, right. Well, you definitely need to get something on the walls there because of the sound. Anyway, so yeah, but I mean, how stupid? Like, I mean, obviously, she is like the weapons expert and can tell the differences between a firecracker and like a 22 or a 22, or how you people over there call it 22, 9
On a
millimeter,
video, not
45.
even hearing it for real, but on a video.
Yes. Hi, Amago. Good to see you. Hello, Linda. Hi. Um, so yeah, I'm a bit weird today because um, I basically repaired, which brings the good news. I repaired my Queen's car today. Put a new exhaust. Went and put a new exhaust on it.
Did you throw
Um,
holy water on it too?
did I put holy water on it? It was.
Yeah, and pull out the crucifix, walk around that car. Expel those demons, expel those demons.
That fucking
Name
car.
of
That
Christ compels you.
yeah. I even walked up to it and said, "Can I talk to you about your extended warranty?"
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised the next one neighbor didn't, walk up like because I was on the main road. Yeah, and oh
Do
god, I
y'all,
tell you,
do y'all get calls for that over there like we do over here? Like every fifth phone call is like talking to you about your extended warranty on your car. Whether you have a car or not, you get these phone calls.
yeah. But the worst thing was is that like when I got there, when I got to the car, and I thought, yeah, I'll start it up and then put it on the jacks because I got these two jacks you can put next to the wheels and it will just roll up. Um, yeah, battery was flat, so I had to ask, Can I use your power so I can charge the battery? Charging, right? While the battery's charging, you have to remember that some of these cars are like the body work or the trim, the fairing trim at the back is about 4 or 5 inches. It's just big enough. It's just high enough for you to get your head and sort of your chest in there. I could feel it on my chest, and I'm like trying to like clean it up, and like there was a piece of metal, the attachment for the exhaust had snapped off back at the weld. So that was
Right.
attached to the exhaust pipe. So I'm cutting it through. I'm using every single tool. And at one point, I'm like, going, yeah, I fucking got it. And I went to, I tried to, I, don't even ask me how I did it, but I went to try to move it off because I cut it in one. I cut it in half. So basically, I could bend it. And, well, that was a mistake because when I went to try to twist it off, I impaled my hand with it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so basically I was like, "Oh shit." Um, So yeah, and then I got it off. Had to clean it off and do everything else. Got brake cleaner, cleaned everything off. Then I got the paste to fill both, around the pipe, and then attached it. And I was like, shit, I forgot something. And then I realized I had to start the engine to get the thing to. And I'm like, oh shit. So I put the key in, and I was like, oh, please work, and it just went. And I went bollocks. So I finished off what I had to do, and I got the U clamp, the old clamp, the C clamp, whatever you want to call it. Tightened that up, slipped, freaking punched the freaking axle. What is that in the background?
It's probably them moving furniture downstairs. There's a bunch of men downstairs doing stuff.
No, it's like a
So you
TV's
might.
on.
It's them talking downstairs.
Shut up! I'm live. I'm
I
here.
can try to do it like this and see if it's better. Hang on.
You know what you should do? You should open the door and go, hey, keep your noise down. I'm vlogging here.
All right, is that better?
I don't know.
Can you hear me better now?
No, I can hear myself now.
Oh, that's because, hang on, I got the headphones turned on. Hang on.
Oh.
Okay, what about now?
What do you mean about now?
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to open that door and scream at them, or shall I do it?
You can't scream at men when they're working. Every woman will tell you that.
Yes, I know. Anyway, so I got the exhaust on, and then like about 10 minutes after I finished everything, 10 minutes later, I start the engine and it kicked on, and I ran straight around, got the charger off and everything else. Oh my god, I was so happy. And then I started driving it. And then actually I just heard the exhaust go, like if there was a gap, a leak.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? I can hear Pam Gray a little too much when it was quieter than the intro. Oh, for fuck's sake. I swear to God. I'll tell you one thing, people. Right? I am getting slowly but surely really, 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 really freaking. Oh, that's a good point. There you go. You should hear me properly now. Anyway. Oh my god, we're getting raided by squid. Oh god. Anyway, hi Roy. Well, it's about time. Yeah, this is what really pissed me off being this gingerhead stepchild for you and freaking squid. Seriously. Yeah. So yeah, that's that done. So. But anyway, I'll talk about the. So, however, what I have done though, I've recorded my progress on it, and I'm going to be introducing you guys to my mechanical expertise. Anyway, can you believe that stupid cow made a false accusation against?
No! Oh my God! No! When the police pulled up and he goes out there, Travis is standing at Tubetown. He walks over and he talks to police and he tells them they were just shooting off these little like caps,
Black caps.
We call them like M30s. I don't know. Anyway, it's a boy thing. It's a boy thing. Okay, it's a boy thing. And he even says to her, he goes, "It was just fireworks, ma'am." He is very respectful. Yeah. And she says, "No, it wasn't. It was a gun."
Yeah, it was. Well, it just shows you what this person is like. Now, I was watching something today, and I hope that I can keep your guys' keep your attention. And it was a video with Matthew McConaughey, and it was very interesting because this. Can I just put this out there?
Sure.
I wrote it down because I didn't know how to say it, so I wrote it down. And yes, I used the AI to make sure it was spelling and all that. I saw a clip of Matthew McConaughey saying something that really stood out. He said, "I'm sorry isn't enough. Growth isn't apology. It's correction." Now let's bring that into what we're watching unfold right now. Because we see a lot of words, a lot of statements and a lot of misunderstandings. A lot of that wasn't my intention, and sometimes even a classic. If anyone was offended, but where's the correction? This is me writing this. Where's the behavior change? Where's the accountability in action? Where's the shift in conduct? You can file motions. You can post statements. You can go live and explain yourself for 3 hours. But if the pattern doesn't change, that's not growth. That's damage control.
True.
Real growth is when you stop repeating the same cycle. Real accountability is when your future behavior doesn't look like your past behavior. And in court, especially in court, words that don't matter nearly as much as patterns do. So when we're watching all this unfold, maybe the question isn't, did they apologize? Maybe the question is, did they correct it? Because growth isn't what you say on camera. It's what stops happening afterwards. Boy, I could put you a list of people down right now who this would fit 100%.
I think we all could.
Yeah.
Somebody had asked, did that happen with Travis today? Yes, it's on his live. He just posted it. I was watching live when it happened. But if you go to 123 timestamp on Travis's live, he just put up there, you'll see the police show up. You'll hear her at the gate, and the cops ask her, did you physically see him have a gun in his hand? And she's like, well, no. But I saw it on my TV, on my cameras. And he's like, well, couldn't it be that it was fireworks and not a gun? And she didn't like that answer at all.
No, because here's the thing. When it comes to Lynette, she's always right and never wrong. Her like last night, I was in Shizzy's stream, and Shizzy and was playing the recording between Tug and Lynette, and like unless you are an absolute buffoon and you don't know the differences between right and wrong and good and bad and lie and truth, then there's a lot of people out there who are struggling, and I'm sorry to say this, but there's a lot of people on both sides who are struggling to actually understand the consequences. Now, I mean, for a couple of lives ago, I said, right, people are getting the wrong end of the stick, and I even said this on Squids, that this Fed 2 case is not over. That can come back to bite him in the arse. Right. And yes, I mean, Randy Sockett's got his work cut out, but that can come back to bite him in the arse. However, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, Jeremy Hales was live on Sunday night, and I've missed it, so I haven't gone and watched his video. But the fact that a lot of people going on, oh, it was Fed 2 this and Fed 2 that. Fed 2, personally, I think was just trying to swipe all the shit into the same bucket. Really.
Well, you'll remember during Fed 1, even the magistrate is the one that brought up possibly doing this as a separate action. Yeah. Everybody else. And I mean, like I said, and Squid says it, and you say it, and we all three say it. We have to all remember that the judge is not watching this like we are almost every day. They're not seeing these little nuances. He's not watching the two leads and seeing the lies as being told. Mm-hmm. He's not hearing the inferences in their voices. He's reading transcripts on a piece of paper.
Yep.
There's a big difference, and you have to really take that into account whenever you're trying a case, either whatever side you're on as far as the court goes. You have to remember it's just like a text. You can't hear the inference in my voice. You can't hear if I'm joking or if I'm teasing. All you can see is the words, and the words have meaning, and words matter. And it's one of those things that happen. But he did say the other night, or I think it was last night in the live, that he's not finished yet. They're going to appeal it, of course, and then he'll go from there. You okay? Delusion.
Sorry about that. We just heard saying hi, Squid. Hi, Kay, and hello, everybody. Hi. Right. Just so you know, even though it's a little bit painful, all right, I put like a goal out. That's entirely up to you guys if you want to help support the sheep herding training and also the Dr. Pepper Fund. However, I will be doing a couple of members only stuff lately soon. But here, going back to what we were saying, well, what you were saying, and I just walked off because I heard a noise. I mean, you're the one who's running this. So anyway,
It's like some CIA stuff. You just all of a sudden you're there and then you're gone.
When it comes to protecting the slightest noise out of character, I'm there like a missile. Anyway, shit, what was I going to say?
We were talking about the judge. He makes decisions based on just what's written.
Look, I don't live in the United. Right, let's get this right straight from the get-go. One, I don't live in the States. Two, I don't know the law that well over there. Correct? Correct. Right. Now, here's one thing what I can say. What you have to understand, and this goes for every single person who's from the United States of the Americanese, okay? When you've got people from a different country turning around and saying, hey, your legal system's shite, your everything says, and after what's happened today with Travis, that proves categorically that that woman makes shit up. That proves it, because technically Travis right now should put a report in against her for making false claims. As simple as, because here's the thing, her saying that he was using a gun, okay, can put him potentially in danger.
Exactly. And she said it with conviction. I mean, she didn't say it sounded like gunshots that went off, because when he said, ma'am, it was just fireworks, ma'am. That's all it was. She goes, no, it wasn't. Eat it. She just, it was a gun. And the cop goes over there and he literally asked her, he said, did you see a gun? Well, no. He goes, then couldn't it just as easily have been fireworks? And you don't have a whole lot to say after that.
I mean, just try to imagine. By the way, I am using headphones, so you won't be getting any echoes. For those people who are, I'm getting an echo. Anyway, sorry, I'm just being a bitch right now. I forgot what I was going to say now. Hi, Mama Joe. Hi, everybody. Right, here's one thing I am going to say in regards to this whole court case. I predicted a long time ago. Well, I didn't predict. I actually said it. I said when I first interacted with Bruce Matskin, I said that he was going to lose his license one way or the other. He's going to end up losing that license, and that's coming to fruition. The second thing is, I said that like on both sides, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But so far, Jeremy's been doing quite well. He's way ahead. And one thing I have also noticed is that they've all their pumping their chests out, pardon the expression. Well, that must be scary. Anyway, pumping their chest out, giving it fucking large, has sort of like curtailed itself. It's got a little bit calmer. And for Luthman and all these other idiots, okay, the realization is coming. They're thinking that like they're celebrating, oh yeah, Fed 2, yeah, you can't do nothing. No. The person you need to be very, very concerned of is Henkel. Mm-hmm. Because Henkel he is way more experienced than fricking the Fraggles, or whatever that fricking idiot's name was, that judge. Judge
Grudge?
Judge Grudge, that one. And Magistrate Belifo, yeah, fine. Magistrate Belifo impersonates a Triffid. Fine, not a problem. But the person they need to worry about is Henkel, because I think Henkel is aware of what's going on. But the thing is, as a judge, like we all know, as a judge, you have to be unbiased. And here's my opinion about Belifo and Henkel. They are both, even though some people or a lot of people don't like Belifa because of the way he's responded and everything, they're both unbiased.
Yeah, and I mean, and I mean, realistically, just because we think something shouldn't be right doesn't, or should be against the law, doesn't make it against the law. You know, just because we think that you shouldn't be able to do this or you shouldn't be able to do that doesn't mean that you're not able to do those things according to the law. Now, is it the right thing to do morally? Maybe not. You know, are you being a nice person if you do it? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But do you have the right to do it is the question.
Yeah.
And we're finding out that people have a lot more rights than we think that they should sometimes.
Yeah, and do you
But
know what?
if you take away those rights, then the things that you hold dear are going to be put on the chopping block next. So it's you know it's a tight balance that's there, and we just have to accept it, and you move on, and you take the next step and go for it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He should get it. But when it comes to Lynette Preston and her comment towards Travis or accusing him of having a pistol, I've just got one thing to say. Yeah. That's all I've got to say. Did you see that?
Oh, I'm looking now.
The face palm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got to say. When it comes to these people now, I'm just embarrassed. I mean, it's come to a point now where you're just going, okay, you know. And yeah, if you're getting an echo, that's on the you side. That's not my problem. It's definitely you're not getting an echo from me. That's for sure. Good try, sunshine, but it won't work. Good try. I mean, like that. It actually does. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to change my settings. So you guys, if you got your hearing aids in, you need to get either new batteries or get one of those big tubes that like they used to have in the turn of the century. You stick it in your ear, and there's like this really big sort of like cylindrical thing, and it captures sound. So if you get one in the ear, and you just that's an ant fine. But anyway, what was I saying? So yeah,
talking about Travis and them, but he was very, very respectful, very nice.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't mean. And he told the police officer, he goes, man, I don't know what that woman's problem is. He said, I don't bother.
Yeah, but I mean, oh, by the way, Robert, thank you very much for becoming 2 months as a peasant. Thank you very much. Travis should get a PO on her. No, I think Travis should not just get a PO on her, but also he should put a complaint in against her for making false claims, and slap her with another lawsuit. Because because obviously you had the sergeant, probably the supervisor there today, and you had another, and both of them, you can hear him talking. He was absolutely respectful. I mean, I wouldn't have used mom. I would have addressed her by yes, lizard lady. Yeah.
I'm anxious to hear what the police, the 911 call was. I'm anxious to hear if she says he's got a gun over there and he's shooting.
Probably.
Sorry to me say his words, but I'm just saying I wonder if that's going to be the case, or if she's going to say, that she thought she heard something, or what exactly she says, because I mean that can cause those police officers to ride in there hot.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you know what really? I mean, I know this is going to happen. It's like I can foresee the future. Is that the crampons are going to be sitting on their beaches? I mean, seats. And they're going to be going, oh, Travis this, Travis that, Paul like that. Well, I don't think, depends on how much money. That's another point. We still haven't seen transparency, have we? But anyway, beside the point. But it's like, I mean, at some point, someone has to draw a line. I mean, this is getting so repetitive. It's getting boring. It's getting like, I mean, it's all about them, but she the only time she brings up the child is when she uses it as an excuse, or she weaponizes the condition of the child. It's getting fucking ridiculous now. It's getting to a point now, if this was over here in the UK, the social service would be knocking on the door every 5 minutes, and she'd probably get arrested for what she's done by now.
Yeah, and Kim makes a good point. She wants to use it to say she's in fear for her life, and that's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's it. She knows she's not. Look, if that woman was in fear for her life, she wouldn't be down at the flea market every weekend.
Yep.
She wouldn't be riding around town, going into Walmart, going into all these different places.
Mm-hmm.
She would not be doing that if she was really in fear of her life.
Yeah, and you know something? I mean, changing the topic very quickly, just a little bit. Something I noticed when I was in Shizzy's stream, when he was playing a recording of the conversation, the permitted conversation between her and Tug. And one thing I noticed, it was all surrounded. It was all based on money. It was all about money. Money this, money that, money this. And the thing is, like, if you can't speak the truth, then don't talk at all. That's something else I said last night. And it really starting to piss me off that the system is not doing what it's supposed to do. They say that Lady Law is blind, so she can't judge or be biased. Right. Well, I think she's also fucking deaf. I mean, pardon the expression, because where do you draw the line? I mean, you've got Mr. Magoo, he's basically acting like an absolute psycho. You've got crampons lying through their teeth. You've got Stupid Dave, Jabba the Hutt, acting the victim, playing the victim. I mean, if you ever want to know about how to play the victim, he's the one you need to freaking, and then when it comes to Robert Kershey, I mean, the only person in this whole group, okay, yeah, all right, Life Jacket Lips and freaking Co, they've had a bit of fame to claim. I mean, but the only person who has really got any claim to fame is Robert Kersey, because he had his own show.
Right, that's true. That's true.
So he's basically the only one with clout, and this is why they've all attached themselves to him like ticks.
That's very true.
And he still uses that. It's just like other people. I mean, like, I hardly talk about my military service, but people know that I served, and it's like, why use and abuse something? I'm quite proud. I'm not going to discuss a lot of it. I do privately,
right?
But, I'm not here for that. This is, if I wanted to do that, I would have called my, my platform Das Bunker. Come into my bunker, close the door or the gate or my bunker's going to make Chain Mountain look like a freaking playground compared to my bunker. And then we could have, but it's one of those things where you live in that country, you live over there, the law a bit better, you've been watching this longer than I have. And I am just saying that the courts need to fucking get a grip of this.
Yes.
Sooner.
Yeah. It's good. It's ridiculous that a court case should take years. And I mean this literally. It should take years to fruition. It's ridiculous. It should take that so long to get to the next point. But what happens is they pull you into court. You go into court. You can be there for 30 minutes, and then they're recessed until a month or two down the road, or 3 months down the road. Yep. They bring you back in to see where they're at, and then they send you back out again. And you do this, and you do that, and it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it just
sorry, go on.
No. I'm just saying, and it's no wonder it costs so much. No wonder having to do with anything in court costs you an arm and a leg. Look at how much time that lawyer has to dedicate to your case.
Thanks very much for the Dr. Pepper one. And Kathy Stewart, bloody hell, welcome to. Thank you so much for the gifts. Well, Catalona, Drake 7461, Poindexter, that's a fucking name. Barbara Hughes. And Smitty 26989, welcome to the peasantry. And you can thank Amago for that. Thank you so much for that. One thing I do want to say is this. Why is John Cook still with her, considering all this? I mean, she must, like, I've always said this, that she's got something on him, or vice versa, for him not to walk. I mean, like, they were together they've been together, what, 12 years now? Married for 5.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously she goes through marriage certificates like fucking people go through toilet paper. I mean,
For real.
for real. So I mean, like John Cook, he should be put under the spotlight and say, right, what is it? Is it because, like, if you leave the sanctity of that shithole that you're living on, people who have been looking for you, you owe money to, or what's going on?
I think with him and her, I think John cares about the little girl, and I don't think he wants to be without her. I think he wants to be there with her. But I think that him and her both have like a codependency thing.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, it's like they've been together, and
yeah,
each person knows enough on the. I mean, let's be for real. If anybody that's been with somebody for a certain amount of time, you kind of know the dirt on everybody, And so I got a feeling that they both kind of worry if they split up, would the other one turn on them? Because I mean, they ain't real loyal, either one of them.
No, because I mean, like, here's the thing that I was thinking, like, if he cared so much about that little girl, why hasn't he done something about it? I'm sorry, but there's
nothing he can do. If he does anything, he loses. He's not her daddy. He's nothing to her legally.
Well, then he's got no responsibility, so therefore he can say what he needs to say to protect that child.
Right, but then he'll be out of her life, so he still loses the child.
I mean, this is going to probably sound wrong. This is going to probably sound, people are going to be probably offended by this, but let's be real about it. And it's not his child in the first place. Second of all, he hasn't conducted himself as a stepfather should. Yes, he may care for her, right? But let's be really realistic about this. If, like, you can't tell me that he is sitting there and he's thinking that everything that's happened in the last 2 years, ever since they moved there, has been right, has been fine. Even he himself has threatened people with a pew, not once, twice, or 3 times, but multiple occasions.
I agree with you completely. It's just it's a mess all the way around. It's the darndest thing I've ever seen. It really is.
Yeah.
The way that they feed off of each other, the two of them, and then they'll turn around in the same breath and stab each other in the back.
I mean, here's the thing about this. Have you noticed that not one person in Otter Creek, besides the people we know who have had direct interaction with her because of, Lloyd or someone else, do you know there's not one person that has actually spoken out or spoken up? But I'll tell you one thing, if people have got short memory, let me remind you about Northport. How many people, hi Nimrod, how many people from Northport have actually spoken up about her? And now today she then turns around and makes a false accusation yet again.
There's nobody that's been in okay, if you take Jeremy out of the equation, let's just take Jeremy out of the equation.
Done. Yeah.
There's nobody that's been in her life for a long period of time. There's no friends. Even family has not been in her life for a long period of time. So that tells you right there that the people that have been in her life for the past, let's just say 3 years, they're in it because of Jeremy. Jeremy's the reason they got involved. It's not her. She's not the reason they got involved. They got involved because of their hate against Jeremy. That's what got them involved. And because they would never even have thought about her otherwise.
Yeah, there's the perfect comment, and I couldn't agree anymore. Right? correct months ago. However, LP, who claimed she wanted to resolve the issue, did nothing but continue the nonsense. I mean, let's be honest with you, and they probably might be listening to this, so pay attention, pay very close attention. Lynette Preston, if you got questions or an issue about the money that was received by Crampon, why don't you get it investigated? Why don't you question? Why don't you, at the end of the day, you are in a bankruptcy case. So why not fess up? Why not say, hey, the monies that I received for this? And here's another thing. You do realize that Lisa Lee Weeks, Rabusi, whatever that stupid cow's name is, she deliberately dragged it out so your permits ran out?
Look, I even said, I don't know how many times.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
But you're right. But other people have said it when we were in the Facebook group. Everybody was in there. I know I did it. I know Melissa made comments about it. I do believe Kim made comments about it, and so did Lori. That what about the permit? It expires in March. It expires in March. You only have till then. They've only extended it this last time. She gets no more extension. This is it. And the complete response that we got from that was, Lisa's got it all under control. Don't you think they thought about that? Don't you think they know how to do that? Don't you think that? Hey, obviously they don't. Apparently, nobody thought about that. Nobody listened when it was told by numerous people, even in the chats when they were, they block everybody from their live chat so you can't say anything. They may have wanted to listen. No harm meant, but just saying, may have wanted to listen.
I mean, I find it quite strange, but excuse me, because I've seen the dates of the permits and everything, and the fact, and if it is true that Lisa told Lynette a lie about the engineer, then just on that, Lynette could do something legally about it. And the fact that, let's be honest with you. To be honest with you, I don't really give a shit. They all are cut from the same branch, from that stupid tree that they fell out of. And if she is so intelligent and she knew, like the way she was talking to Tug, that she knew every single thing, but then corrected herself, and then if she knew what to do, why didn't she do it?
Listen, she has cussed Lisa Lee up one side, down another. She has called that woman everything but a child of God. And I've heard her call her everything but a child of God. That woman right there, she tells whoever she's around what she thinks they want her to say.
Yep.
So that she is included in that situation. It won't too long ago, and everybody knows I'm telling the truth, that you would sit there in the live and watch the chat, and they would walk this woman like a dog. Yep. I mean, they talked about Lynette like she was a carpetbagger from up north, okay? And she had come to the south. I mean, they talked terrible about this woman, terrible.
Yep. And
now they're all, oh, it's so good to see you again, Michelle.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle.
Yeah. Oh God, don't do that. No, but here's one thing that I find quite interesting. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, but let's just add freaking Jabba the Hoot as well. And by the way, anyone who doesn't know who Jabba the Hoot is, that's stupid Dave, right? The one who likes to play the victim. I mean, he makes Shakespeare look like a fucking amateur when it comes to acting. I mean, the fact that he had the cheek when her deposition, it was not. I mean, like I joked about t-shirts with like I plead the fifth. But within, I think it was 24 hours, that guy was already sort of like posting pictures of new merch with I plead the fifth and stuff like that. And let's not forget him writing books using the characters in that book from the child and them. Who the fuck gives him the right to do that?
Supposedly, Lynette and John gave him permission to do that.
Well,
but then she said she didn't. But then she says she did. I don't think she knows what she's doing half the time.
I don't even think she knows that she's actually a human and that she's on planet
Well, she
Earth.
doesn't even know who she is.
No, I mean, and this is why I do believe that I don't know what you call them over there, but I think a psychologist needs to fucking get involved in this, because like if you've got people who are, God, how can I put this? Who are not educated enough to understand the situation they're in, where they need a guardian or they need someone to manipulate the truth in such a way that the person then understands the truth. And I'm not talking about manipulating,
Right.
like,
You mean breaking it down fat crayon style for them so they
can
can
exactly. And that's the way I see them too. And I think what's happened is all these other people who like to jump on the bandwagon, like the Crampons, Mr. Magoo, Skeletor, aka Volp, aka Hell You Always, and you got like Jabba the Hutt, you got Lizard, Swamp Lizard, you've got, and what I do find quite interesting is that like Marla Hughes, for example, she's flapping her gums like as usual. And then you've got freaking Tori, who's disappeared off the face of the earth. And apparently 1 minute she's dead, and she's not. And just to remind people about Marla Hughes, okay, you remember this from 2023?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think Marla seems to forget that she has been involved in this from the get-go, and some. So let's just but when going back to the Fed 2 thing though, is that, like I said with Squid, when I was on with Squid, and I've said this before, there's a lot of stuff in that document from Belifo that I personally think, like, if you read between the lines, I think the next motion coming from Randy is going to be a fucking nutcracker.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's going to be, because he's gonna, if whoever wrote the last draft, the last motion that was filed, whoever wrote that needs to write this appeal, because that person was on the money.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Heidel. And here's one thing. That child is now 6. So from what I've been hearing, she's still being bottle fed. She's still wearing diapers.
Yes, she is.
That's so now I'm saying this off my own back, and this is not me being derogatory or anything else, but that sounds like child neglect to me, because the thing is, right, every parent brings their children up to wean them off the bottle, wean them off the nappies, and try to bring them, like, I mean, look, baby Squid is potty training. I mean, and she's doing really well. And I think she's younger than
she is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
she has almost 3 years. But then again, I mean, I do know that the little one has issues, that she has to overcome some things, and that may hinder somewhat. But you have to try. And when nobody's trying, and that's what I mean, well, that's the problem everybody has, is nobody's trying.
Yeah, and when you've got parents who actually know what they're doing, and they train their children, this is the perfect example that you can see. It's like day and night, and like baby Squid's doing really well, and she deserves a cup, a medal, or a trophy.
And the hollering and screaming. I mean, my God, just like today on that live, you hear the hollering and screaming going on.
Yeah. I mean, that like I said, I mean, I'm not a professional, but I just hope at some point someone comes to reason, goes, right, that child needs to be in a more positive environment, more positive, because it's like this whole case has gone to. I mean, and then you've got these idiots sitting there thinking it's great, And here's the thing: if they are like this, what are they like behind the scene when the camera's turned off? What are they like when no one's watching? I mean, we already know what Mr. Magoo does, Elmer Fudd. We already know what he does. He finds the next nearest restaurant and feeds his face.
Right.
and sits in it.
No,
So
I
then,
agree with you. I agree with you completely. It's scary. Velusa says that they don't think the objection to the recommendations will result in a positive outcome for JH. Reason is the holes should have been filled in the second amended petition.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I've said this multiple times. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And I think right now, and the case is not primarily with them; it is with Lynette Preston. That's the important side of it. Once that's done, then whatever he does with them lot who injected themselves into this, then that's entirely up to him. However, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some.
And I don't understand how much they really think that he's making off of all of this. They act like he's doing it just for the money. And he never, this was never about the money.
No, it's about leaving him the fuck alone.
Yeah, it was like, I'm going to teach you. You're not going to do this. I've had enough. Put a fork in me. I'm done. I've had enough. And that's exactly what it's about. Because somebody made a comment. I forget whose video I was watching, and their comment was, it may have been Jeremy's live yesterday, and they're like, let's say you win against Lynette and John. What do you think you're going to get? If they don't have any money, like they say they don't have any money, what are you going to get? And my response was, it was never about the money. It was never about the money. Sometimes you got to stand up for something or you'll fall for everything.
Yeah, that's a good point. The DCF supervisor is married to the commissioner, so, who's richly in bed,
Exactly.
I think, like, I hope, I mean, this is my opinion. I hope that, once this is over, all right, a lot of people are going to fucking disappear back into the woodwork or under the rocks where they came from. But I hope that Jeremy and George and Randy in whole, I hope they look at this and they go, especially Randy and his legal team, that they can walk away from this with being educated of these type of cases, what these type of cases can do, because we know for a fact that the anti-what the hells dragged this out deliberately.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, like
if they'd accepted service, look how far along it would be. It would have been dismissed a long time ago. If this is what's going to happen, if the outcome was going to be that, it was going to end up being dismissed, you could have saved yourself all that trouble if you just accepted service like a normal person.
Yeah, I mean, like I can't confirm or deny that comment, but like Squid has got a good point here. Unpopular opinion. I heard that in a live, he said that he was going to file more lawsuits. Now, I presume that's going to be with the same people, but at the same time, I have to like agree with Squid and a couple of other people where, enough's enough. I mean, how much money are you going to throw in? How much money are you going to piss into the wind? Because for a fact they're just going to carry on. You got three people who used to be lawyers and one is still a lawyer, right? You got three people who know how to play the game. Then you've got two other people who are scared of their own shadow, let alone blue tape. And and if you look at the bigger picture, they've all taken advantage of the two most uncleverest individuals you'll come across, and that's John and Lynette.
If they just wanted to run their mouth about him, they would have been okay. If they just want to call him, the biggest, SOB they ever seen in their life, that's okay too. Yep. It's when they took it past making a comment on social media and they started going after like his family, and they started going after his business, and they started going after him that he had enough. I mean, before he ever took Lynette to court for that PO, he had done been dealing with it for a long time. I mean, like it just happened and he took her to court. He had been dealing with her for over a year.
Yeah, already. Before it all kicked off, yeah.
Yeah. with her going on Facebook, putting his business down, calling him all the things that she did.
Didn't she
And
put his number out?
yeah, she did. She put his phone number out that he had given her because he was her neighbor.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's just, I don't know that it'll ever be over.
It's fucking Chucky. No, but I mean, I do predict some of the stuff's going to be done and over with this year. But I mean, my opinion is this: the less you fucking put out to the public, the better. Because I mean, yes, okay, it's content. Yes, you're getting your voice out there, and no one can stop you from speaking your opinion. However, when it comes to court cases like this, I think the less you publicize, the less chances of them actually coming up with. Because the thing is, you're basically just feeding them. You may not, may do, but some of these people, word lawyers like Life Jacket Lips, fucking Mr. Magoo or Elmer Fudd, whatever you want to call him, they're both former lawyers. They're both fucking lost the plot, but you know, they can read situations way better than other people can, and that's one thing I have noticed.
And they have to. I mean, let's give the devil their due. They're very intelligent people, both of them. They couldn't have passed the bar if they weren't. They are very intelligent people.
Yeah,
they're just not very smart people. That's a big difference between intelligence and smarts. Huge difference.
Yeah, I wonder if he likes Ernie so much. Squid, I'm not getting into a pissing match or a shitting match or poking sticks. And, you know, at the end of the day, I don't really care if people like someone or doesn't. What I do care about is that, like, the professional conduct. And at this present time, Randy has fucking outrun everyone as a professional lawyer.
He has.
I understand what you're saying, but, you know.
He truly has been, in my opinion, very professional and everything. He's very respectful when he's in the court. He's very respectful. I mean, point blank, you can sue anybody for anything. I mean, I can sue you because the shirt you're wearing offends me. Maybe I don't like pink and you're wearing a pink shirt, and I can go down and file a lawsuit. As long as I pay the money at the court, I can file that lawsuit.
True. I mean, it's very easy to sue people these days. You just walk into a court, you know.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing to do that, and you know, but it encompasses your life for so long. You have to weigh, in my opinion, you have to outweigh whether or not it's beneficial mentally as well as financially.
Yeah, and also I
was gonna say, and sometimes, you know, your petty just comes out. You're just,
I mean, if you go and watch Squid Proco's streams where she covers these documents and she talks about Life Jacket Lips and her behavior and everything else, I mean, Squid hits the fucking nail multiple times. I mean, you just have to listen to what's being read and just put yourself in the situation. Go, well, you know, if you're a law clerk or you're the judge and you're reading this shit, you have to read all this crap, understand all this crap, and then have an understanding and then a somewhat response for that. You know, and with these people, every response is like a fucking a red fucking cloth to a bull. You know, so it's.
You think it would be easier? You think it'd just be point blank this, and this. Yeah. But to tell you one thing, they'll write 5 pages.
Fucking even a broken clock is to write twice.
If they don't lie, it'd be like 6 pages, and they only wanted to say one thing. It's like, why don't you just say they said the end of it? This is what they said, point blank.
Oh, by the way, have you seen the new icon I'm using?
Oh, the one that's up there now? Yes. I love that.
It's got to be done.
That's hilarious.
No, but so let me. I mean, I was gonna put up a. Excuse me. I was gonna put up a poll in regards of like how long this is going to continue, But what I'm going to do, I'm going to very quickly ask the audience, very quickly, the community audience, put a date in, or put a month when you think, with a date when you think this is all going to be over and done with, and I'll tell you mine. And that goes for you as well.
How long it's going to?
Yeah. So what we're going to do, this segment now, and by the way, the first hour, all right, is the first hour's code word is Otter Creek Saga, or just put Saga. There you go, Saga. That's the first word. If you're on replay, by the way. So yeah, put a month. July. Oh bloody hell! Okay. Fucking hell, Janet, December 20. Yeah, I won't be covering this shit anymore. I mean, we'll still be doing the live streams and that. 28. Because Fed 1 is coming to an end anyway.
Well, no, Fed 1 is just going to get started as soon as they finish the bankruptcy.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they can't finish Federal 1 until they finish the bankruptcy.
To be perfectly honest with you, I think this was their strategy. With the way Florida is treating it will never end. Okay.
And that very well could be, Roy. That's what I said. It ain't never going to end.
I mean, we've got some bloody good answers. We've got 2027, 29, 28. We got 28. So a lot of people think it's going to be another 2 years.
I think it'll probably be the end. It'll be the end of the year into at least. It may be another 2 years because I don't know how long bankruptcy is going to take.
I don't. I think we've got another couple of months with the bankruptcy, and I think the from the way it sounds and everything else, I don't think Lynette Preston or John Cook are going to be having that property by the end of that bankruptcy. Because the thing is, there's, I mean, if it is true that there's going to be some digging on the finances from the crampons and everything else, I think that there's going to be more shit hitting the fan. So my rough guess is that part of these cases, or some cases, are going to be done by July this year, and everything else is going to move into next year. So mid next year.
I wonder what happens if they can't divvy up that property like they're talking about doing. Like, for instance, if the barndominium part.
Yeah.
If let's just say half of it is on one side of the land that they're going to have to sell, and the other half is on the other side, what do they do?
1 second, I'm going to blow my nose.
Okay. I just wonder how that would work. Because the land is so, it's kind of a weird shape, and only a portion of it is going to be, they're going to get to keep, and then they have to sell the rest of it.
I mean, this is the way I'm thinking, because obviously that barndominium now no longer is permitted, and it is a stable fixture. However, if they do, if they do, it'll be up to the trustee at the end, and the judge or the trustee at the end to divvy it out. Now, depending on who gets that property, obviously, like Shizzy did mention, even if they get part of that property and they have to go over other people's property to get to their property, by law they can't be stopped to do that. Fine. However, the way I see it, I think a lot of people are probably just going to either sell it to whoever wants to buy it, and then Lynette Preston and John Cook are going to have a little corner, and that barndominium, I see that barndominium getting ripped down.
That is very true. It could very well happen.
No,
Right,
it's not going to leave. It's not going to leave them homeless, but it's going to change the dynamics of how they're going to live on that property.
yeah.
That's the way I'm looking at it, because obviously right now they've got a couple of different sheds. They've got the barnuminium. They got so if hypothetically speaking, they get like 0.6 of an acre or whatever, right? The dynamics of their living conditions will change dramatically.
Well, yeah, because they won't. Somebody else will be able to buy that portion of the land if they. I mean, and put their own house there if they want to.
Yep, yep. I mean, who knows? I mean, at the end of the day, this is why having having a guess is one thing, but making a statement is different, because you can't really make a statement, a concrete statement, until you hear something that's that what's changing the bankruptcy hearing, or it's so all you can do is speculate. But I don't see if they do. I can see that barnuminium getting ripped down, because I mean, who would want to spend all that money just to go through all the blueprints, the checks, and everything else?
Well,
Let's
the
be real.
barndominium really isn't a house yet. Their home technically would be the camper, so I would think they'd get to
Yeah,
keep the camper. And I think, and of course, they'll get to keep their car. But it just,
yeah.
I don't know how they'll split it up exactly when
Yeah.
the time comes.
I mean, Squid's got a good point, by the way.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing. One second. The way I see it, right? Like, this is my opinion. Don't shoot me. This is what I see. I mean, I've never ever seen them as living in permanent accommodation. I've always seen Lynette Preston and John Cook living in what I would call fucking in a shithole. Not, So for me, they're homeless.
Right.
They live in a shed. They got a barnuminium that they could have, they had the money. They could have finished it and turned it into a homestead, but they didn't. Right. So going back to the bankruptcy, no, people should not assume that they're going to be homeless, because at the end of the day, right, if they got somewhere to live, in the United Kingdom, if you don't have anywhere to live, you live in your car or in a camper or in a caravan or on a campsite or whatever, you're NFK, right? Non-fixed abode. I don't know what it's called in the United States, but over here in the UK, it's called NFA, non-fixed abode. So that means, if you go somewhere and they say, "Oh, what's your address?" "Oh, non-fixed abode," right? Then basically you'll still get what you'll get, but you'd have to go in to get the check, or you actually have to physically go somewhere to get what you need. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like in our post office, some post offices do it, not all of them, but you can
Yeah.
address the letter with your name, care of Postmaster General of whatever post office is in the town you're in, and then you have to go and pick up the stuff.
Yeah, hi Yogi, hi Star. Yeah, it's like over here. You could go into a corner shop, or you can, you ask them very politely, say, "Hey, is there any chance I can use you as a contact details and stuff?" Like, yeah, and some of them will actually be happy with that. Thank you, baby. But I just think people need to not jump, not run ahead. Is just follow it discreetly.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely see a lot of stuff being dealt with this year, and then it'll probably come to a conclusion beginning the first couple of months next year. And if it goes beyond April next year, then this is going to be a long. Then there's problems,
Oh yeah. Oh
big
yeah.
time, because it's already gone on too long anyway.
Yeah, most of the time with bankruptcy, it's just a month or at the most. I mean, this was a long time ago. Whenever I got divorced, I ended up having to file bankruptcy because I had a lot of medical bills.
Yeah,
And my husband had like run up a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know about. Anyway, it costs like $700, and in 30 days it was all done and over with.
Yeah. But here's one thing that I think some people have forgot. This is not the first time Lynette Preston has put in for bankruptcy.
No, this is second.
Yeah. So she's definitely got I think that she was pushed to do this bankruptcy by someone. But hey, I mean, like, as far as I'm concerned, all right, instead of people concentrating on, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I just hope that the CPS or someone in social services sees all these live streams and goes, yeah, we need to step in on this one.
And she would be, God love her, she'd be better off if she would go get an apartment for her and the baby. She can, just like DR says, she can apply for Section 8. She most definitely probably would qualify. And they'll help with her rent. She won't have to pay as much. I mean, she would be better off. I get that she wants to keep her turtles. I understand that. And I get that she wants to keep her piece of land and she wants to be able to leave that for the baby. But
Yeah.
you're talking about leaving for one child, you got two other children. And you never talk about leaving nothing for them. It's like they ain't your children no more. In some ways, that's how it appears. I'm just saying. But you talk about wanting to leave something for her, but what are you going to leave her? Nothing. You're going to leave her nothing as it stands.
Yeah, I mean, there's oh god, there's something that Chucky, not Chucky, Volusia, he mentioned something. Where is it? Oh god, let me see. Oh, there you go. It's I don't really believe that barn door was even manufactured for residential use. It doesn't look like a residential one anyway. The truss system that can be seen from LP's own photos don't have the required hurricane strapping clearly, and that brings me to another point. I mean, like, those metal sheets that used to be the original fence on top of that other fence, have they ever thought of, like, top heavy, that putting weight onto that fence, which, let's be realistic, a foot and a half, one bag of cement in that type of sand. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, that's true. It does. I mean, I'm sure that it is. I'm sure that it is. It doesn't look like it, but it was. He was talking about. It looks like it's not up to the current building code. I do believe everything that was done in the barnuminium falls under the previous building code, not the new one that's out there. So I don't know if she would have to redo anything.
Oh no, she does. I mean, she's already been told that she has it, and because the thing is, the building, I think the permits and stuff like that changed 2025.
Yeah,
yeah, because she even said it herself that things have changed. But when she turned around and said in that recording, when she said, "Oh, it's nothing to do with Otter Creek, I would have to go to Levy County," I'm like going, well, okay, then if Otter Creek don't have a say so, why does Travis have to go through them and not you? Think about it.
That's true.
Travis was doing that, with that 2.0, YouTube 2.0. And he had to go and see Mayor Wim and Kim Wim, whatever.
That's because all Travis needed was an electrical permit, but actual building permits, like to build a structure, you have to go through Levy County because they don't actually have a building.
Yeah, but the thing is, can you remember when Travis went in there and showed him the plans, and then Zim turned around and said they had to be done by an architect or an engineer or something like that, right? So, I mean, we all know that that Lynette's buddy with freaking Rusta Sauce. I wonder how he's doing right now, sitting in his house, whining and complaining.
I don't know. I miss old Don DeCon. I miss the days of the good, town hall meetings. They were right interesting. I miss those days. They were great. That was absolutely gold. I loved it.
Yeah, that is speculation and allegedly Velocia. That I agree with you on that one. Like if you got maybe, I don't know, Maybe it's friends with benefits. Who knows? But like, yeah, because if John left, she would be left with the money that she receives each month, and of the child benefit. And let's be honest with it, it's not a lot of money a month, considering that she's got 2 phones, a laptop, and God knows what else. You know, I mean, by the looks of it, we already know that. Like, I'm surprised that she's got any money in her pocket to go out and get a takeaway.
Right.
Takeout food. I mean, if you don't know how to cook, I mean, I've used well. I mean, there's a big ass fridge that belonged to Lloyd. I mean, I don't think that works anymore.
I don't know. I know it did whenever they were there. I don't know what it is now, but yeah, you're right. Um Valisa says they think she was divorced from him for other
Who is she?
reasons. I'm talking about
Yeah,
Lynette was divorced from John for other reasons. And technically they're exactly right. She told them that that's why, she left us so that they got divorced on paper so that John could keep his income. When you get married, when you have someone that passes away over here, our Social Security, y'all call it your pension. As long as you've been married to someone for 10 years, when that person passes away and you go to draw your Social
yeah,
Security, you go to draw, you can draw off of your late spouse.
yeah.
As long as you've been married to them for 10 years. You can have been married to them for 10 years, divorced them, married somebody else, and the government will take whichever one has the highest amount and adjust your money accordingly to what you receive. And that's why he did it.
Right. Well, here's my question then. Uh, obviously she's been married multiple times. I mean, we've gone through this multiple times. But one thing that gets me, okay, is why are they still communicating with each other? I mean, let's be honest with you. I doubt very much. Well, hang on a minute. There are people out there dumb as a fucking doorknob. But like, I mean, the crampons are not getting that many super chats, and they're not making that much money anymore, or grift anyway.
No, it
Um,
definitely has slowed down quite a bit. I've
yeah,
noticed
you
quite a bit.
know, and let's a lot of new people have like appeared on the scene, which is quite strange actually, because I could say that for some people on fucking normal side, on the other side. But what gets me is this: why isn't she doing anything legally against Lisa? Because like she's got everything she needs to because like where's all the money?
She's not going to go against Lisa. There's no way she's going to go against Lisa. There's no way because she already seen.
Wait a minute, Velocia. Like, first of all, calm the fuck down. Second of all, right, I am just saying of what I've seen when Travis had his plans. All right. Now, I don't know the ins and outs about permits over there. So obviously, if someone explained to me, what they need to do. Now, obviously, you got Otter Creek, which is incorporated, which is an own entity. Right, and obviously prior to what's that black chap's name again? Who was the
Fuller, Mr. Fuller.
yeah, Mr. Fuller. Okay, so there's a lot of things that I don't know. All right, so saying that it's bullshit when I'm actually just pointing out stuff that I have witnessed myself. So instead of you have to give me a little what do you call it, information, so I can actually understand what the system is. Because at the end of the day, right, Lisa, the crampon, was responsible to get an engineer in, right, and then now Lynette is saying that she needs an engineer to write out to make new blueprints and everything else for that building because they've run out. I hope that explains it in a little bit more detail. Maybe
And
I
I
didn't
mean,
explain it properly.
realistically, the money that was accumulated for the building of the barnuminium, I do not find it to be, and I mean, I know this isn't going to go around with everybody, but I don't find it to be unreasonable for Lynette to assume But that money that raised would pay for whatever permits needed to be done to build the barnuminium. I think that makes sense. I mean, that to me, that would make sense. If people are donating to build it, you got to have a permit to build it.
Well, let me ask you let me put it another way now about all these permits and everything else before we get before we go down in the rabbit hole here. Why, with all the money that like the crampons were receiving on behalf of fucking Lynette Preston, why didn't they just fucking turn around to Lynette and say, right, you need to do this and go and do it yourself? And then update or pay for something? I don't know. Because why? I mean, let's be honest with you. The way I see it is that, what's her name? The crampon drug it out to such a point that the permits did fucking run out.
Right, and Lynette has shown. The only time I've ever seen her show any kind of proof, that woman does have proof that she told Queenie about that.
Yeah, okay.
See, time, like back in September,
right?
Or even before that, she did. I mean, she give the devil her due. She does have receipts to show she told them about that.
Yeah, and Velocia, yeah. I mean, maybe next time put Sim's name into that. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, no problem, mate. But I just think that when it comes to, like, if you incorporated and you've only got like 110 or 120 fucking residents, when it comes to building permits and stuff like that, it should go directly to the fucking county. Or, because like a small entity like what the Otter Creek's got is similar to excuse me, what the UK has as parish councils. And like it's, I mean, they're already getting anal about people putting up the Union Jack or the Welsh national flag, and it's getting fucking anal. But they haven't fucking touched me yet because I tell them to fuck off.
But you mean if you're in if somebody lives in a council flat or whatever, they can kind of tell you what to do?
Yeah. Right. Here's the thing. If you are in a council, don't get me wrong, I've never been in, but if you are in a council, right?
And wait 1 second. Council over there in his country is the same thing as Section 8 in our country. Basically, right. It's the same principle, guys. Okay.
Okay. Right. So you get a base set of rules, right? Basically, any repair or any damage, any repair that needs to be done is done by the council. Now, when you go in there, there's certain things you can do, certain things you can't do. Now, if you say, for example, like in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, right, people were given the opportunity to buy council houses off the council at a very low price, right? And basically, once you get that, you buy that off them, you then need to go to whoever's relevant, like building enforcement or anything else, so that you can actually get permits of that property. Because obviously, if you want to extend it, you want to put an extension on it, or you roof extension, or you want to extend it at the back, right? You have to, you have to go and get the permits, even electrical, plumbing, everything else. So, for example, over here in the whole of your UK. I'm not sure about Scotland, right, is that you can only build out to 3 meters, right, which is a fairly sized room, okay? But you still need planning permission for it. And you have to be a certain distance from a main road or from the pavement to the actual foundation of where that extension is going to go. It's fucking anal over here, so I'm not sure what the score is over in the States.
It's basically, it can be the same principle. I mean, they've got rules that you can't build this way or that way, or if you do build, you have to use this kind of material, this thickness of wood. I mean, they can be real detailed about it. They tell you how close your studs have to be in the walls and all kinds of things.
I mean, over here, because we don't abuse nature, so I'm only joking. Over here we use brick, and then so you've got your inner brick will be a thermalite type of brick, and then you've got your cavity, which is your insulated cavity, which will, I think, from 50 mil all the way up to 750 mil. So I don't know, it's a 500 mil it's 50 mil to 75 mil, and then you have your external brick. Yeah, which is the red brick, yeah.
Right.
Right, and then obviously, you know, your foundation has to be over 1.5 meters down. I think it is. I'm not a builder, so I can't. And then obviously anything like if you've got a slanted roof or something like that, then you have to use the proper materials. So, internal piping also has to be done by a plumber. It can't be done by the building company. You know, so they'd have to be bringing in a subcontractor to do the plumbing, and that also goes with the electrician as well. And we'll just wait for my pretty to finish typing, and then. Just saying. Just saying. How the hell did he hear that? I've got earphones on, for crying out loud. Fucking hell, if I can hear people fart, then trust me, I can hear it. So maybe zoning regulations for that township, for that property. Travis and deal with state roads. Yeah, I think he had to, because he was that close to the main road and the side road. I mean, it had to be a little bit further away for him to put that entry. Yeah. So, I mean, I understood that when he was talking about that.
Yeah.
But I found it quite funny that he actually mentioned how much he spent for that fence. So, you know, and that's oh my God, I tell you, these people lie through their fucking teeth and they can't even keep a story straight.
And screenshot of this says, of course, where else would LP get the money from? They're playing semantics about the permit money to withhold the money. It does appear to be just that very thing, because you're all of a sudden going to say, oh, no, she's got to come up with $2,600 on her own. Well, I mean, realistically, let's just be honest. Realistically, she doesn't make enough to come up with $2,600 on her own. And what she probably did is what most people, and unfortunately, a lot of us are guilty of doing it. I've done it in my past. You think you've got money coming in, so you take the money that you've got and you say, well, I need this instead. I need this, and this money's already coming in, so I'm going to go buy that. That's exactly what she probably did with any money she had set aside. I cough about that, but if she had any money set aside, she could have done that knowing that this money was coming in to finish it. I just think it's just crazy. I don't know.
What's this channel about? It's about truth, facts, and the evidence, and also I'm a gamer. And boy, old princess, welcome. Welcome to the channel. If you need to know the rules, feel free to ask. And basically, yeah.
But Velisa, didn't Fuller though work with the building permits?
I think so, yeah.
Creek, because if I'm not mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I got 50 million things going through my head at one time, and with all my personalities up there, it gets real busy. And and I think that on Lynette's one of her permit things, Fuller had signed off on it. So does he work for Levy County and not for Otter Creek? Is that the way it worked with Fuller?
I don't know. I was asking
Velusa because I thought maybe Velusa may know the answer to that. Either them or Rob may know the answer to that.
Oh yeah, and Bayou Princess, welcome to the stream. And I would just say this so you understand that any any issues or any problems or with other people, please leave them on the outside before you come in. And when you do come in, find yourself a seat, sit down, relax, get your knitting out or crochet or whatever you like to enjoy doing, and just sit back and enjoy the stream. Other than that, welcome to the platform and welcome to the community. Anyway, what was I saying? Before I rudely interrupted? Oh, by the way, that's SMN sending me a picture. So, I forgot what I was going to say now. I mean, personally, the sooner this gets done, the better, because I think there's way too many fucking people out there who are wasting way too much time and way too much emotion about all this. And, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks, Wookiees, and members of the jury, Your Honor, this is about what the hell's faces Lynette Preston and John Cook. It's not what the hell's faces everyone else. Those people injected themselves. All right, and let's be honest. Bruce Matskin was the one who opened up the floodgates for these idiots to come in. And like you've seen, most of these idiots are very easily caught out in their own BS. I mean, it only took me a couple of days with Bruce Matskin right at the beginning, right? And, as far as I'm concerned, he's the one who should get he is the one. I really hope that witch yoga that he does really fucking gives him a cramp in the arse. Sorry. That guy is a shit lawyer. Let's put it this way: 12 years ago, or probably even a little bit longer than that, there was a woman who richly dragged him, who ripped him apart on an answering machine.
Bruce.
Bruce.
It's always just about Bruce.
Hi, Turtles. Hi, Turtle. Yeah, sorry, I have got so much shit going from my brain, I totally forgot. Thank you very much for the membership, Turtle of Hurdles. Main interest right now is the Ohio case for the Ohio case. Jeremy's he's going to win that one.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
Hands down, he's going to win that one. There is way too much evidence against Lynette Preston. Way too much.
Technically, he's already won. He has the protection order. It's already won. He's got it already. He just wants to extend it longer.
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm surprised the judge hasn't thrown them in Nick.
I don't know. Sometimes What
the fuck, devil fan?
My grandmother used to say that you strain it and as you swallow it Campbell's, which means that people really stress over the little stuff, and the big stuff, they just look past it and act like it didn't even happen.
Yeah, because it's either too complicated to analyze or research on, or it's too complicated. It's too difficult to comprehend how stupid a human being can really get. And Devil Fan, just in regards of your comment, I've just got one thing to say, mate. But yeah, it's. The Fed 2 case. Let's just mark time on that one, because there's a disturbance in the force, and I've got a funny feeling that something is debuting that I'm sure of. Screenshots this. I would be shocked if he didn't get an extension violation against. I think he already did, didn't he? I think it was extended temporarily, I think.
It's just temporarily right now until they go back to court. So it's not really, it is an extension, but it's not an extension like he's looking for. Yeah, I agree. Screenshot this. It would be very much, that one would surprise me. I'm not going to lie to you. That one would totally blow my mind.
And there's never going to be a divorce on this side. Hell, we've got the same pajamas. When we kick the bucket, we're wearing the same pajamas. So there you go. But I forgot. There's one more thing I want to bring up. God, what was it? You carry on talking while I think. Oh no, I got it.
Okay.
Here's one thing I've noticed. The change in dynamics with people wanting to, the fame and the claim and the fame and everything else, and I've noticed a big change in dynamics. Now, here's one thing you have to understand. Well, wait a minute. What did you just write there, Devil Fan? Jeremy needs to get a stalking charge for this one.
Them's fighting words. Don't make Poppy C come after you. Poppy C be coming after you, going after his woman.
Devil fan, you just been timed out for 10 seconds, sunshine. Oh God! I tell you, yeah, I swear to God. Oh, devil fan sometimes, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I forgot what I was going to say now. Fuck. What was I saying?
And if you don't know, how do you expect me to know?
Oh, someone remind me. Come on, it was only 10 seconds ago.
We were talking about the PO and if they were going to get it through the courts, I think.
I don't think they're going to win that case in Ohio.
I think Jeremy will get it extended, and I think that he's going to get where they have, broken the protection order. But it's a real simple thing. This is not rocket science. It's real simple.
Yeah.
Just don't put yourself in those positions, and it won't happen.
And here's another thing that I predict. Well, this is my own personal opinion. No matter what the result is, okay, I fucking touch wood it doesn't happen. But either one or two things is going to happen. There's going to be a fucking nuclear fallout situation happen between both parties. Right. if there's no restraining order, and then something's going to happen. Right, someone's going to say something, and it's definitely not going to be coming from Jeremy's side. Only probably in defense or response. And I doubt very much that Lynette would want to stay not to create. I think we're going to get it to a point where she's going to do a Northport. Excuse me.
Right. Yeah, I think she would have done that already.
She can't. I don't think.
She can't do it at this point. At this point, she's stuck.
Yeah.
She can't just tell and run like she should have done. And Tina told her that. Tina told her you should sell this. She told her this before. She said you should go ahead and sell the property, pack up your stuff, take your camper, and go.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, look, the way I mean, if you've got an issue with someone, all right, let's be realistic about this. If you've got an issue with someone, you've got three ways of dealing with it. One, you confront it. Yeah. You confront it, and you do what you need to say, and that's it. Two, you totally ignore it, and you just carry on doing whatever, and just let it build up. Or three, you take one and two, you confront it and then ignore it. You gather all the evidence, and then you take it to court. As simple as.
I mean, that's what he's done. He's taken it to court. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But it just, I don't know.
I mean, the problem is you've also got, I mean, Jeremy, please, I love you, mate. Please don't take this the wrong way. But sometimes you need to know when to just go, you just need to know when to let go and just let it fucking just drop it. And because at the end of the day, money doesn't grow on a tree. And everyone knows that these people are deliberately dragging this out. Right? There's Squid said it, you said it. There's a lot of people out there who said exactly what I'm about to say, is that all they're doing is they're just making him spend fucking money.
Yep. That is the goal. That is the goal. And
yeah.
And I get that. Because, I mean, just because there's pettiness on one side, there's pettiness on the other side, too. So they're petty, too. I mean, they're petty, too.
Yeah, Florida Stalking State, FSS 784048 used to not include cyber stalking and required 2 acts of repeat violence. I know legislators changed the law in 2018 out of cyber stalking. I haven't read the new. Now, here's my question about this. Cyber stalking, right? Now, there's a difference between discussing and fucking. If you're in public, you can film anything in public. Now, when
Right.
you want to discuss something that you filmed on a platform, as long as you're not infringing on the guidelines and the rules and everything else, you can discuss it. However, there is obviously there's a line you don't cross, like giving out personal information, stuff like that. However, if you're already a public figure, which she is,
Right.
and this is where she made a mistake, saying that, oh, I'm not a public figure, I'm a private person. No, you're not. One, you injected yourself into his life, and therefore you made yourself publicly known. Second of all, you are in multiple newspapers. This is including marrying someone who was in jail for unaliving someone. Right. At the same time, you took child benefit money, and any other funds, and bought a freaking Gladiator Jeep. All right. There's other things where you're there's multiple different news. So therefore, you are a public figure. Right. So therefore, you're up for scrutiny, like anyone else is. Like you, Pretty, myself, Screenshot this, Devil Fan, Velocia. Everybody is up for scrutiny. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Now, if you put yourself in a position where, like obviously you cause issues, and all these issues started when you appeared in Otter Creek, because here's the thing, he bought that property way before you turned up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's another thing. I mean, like, on the voting, last year's voting, you had signs all around you with the same colors that were used on the original signs, the same type of handwriting or similar to the handwriting. I'm not an handwriting expert, but I could tell you that someone whoever wrote those signs for last year's vote campaign or town mayor or whatever it was similar to the same as the ones on the signs from the beginning.
Right.
Right. And let's not forget all the people involved in this. Right? Unfortunately, one's lawyer's passed away. The other one is an absolute freaking idiot and fell out of the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down and became a branch manager. Then you've got another one who, is 49 years old and thinks that she's 16 and wears wigs. And we already know why she wears these wigs. Right. But, I'm not going to go on a personal attack on that. And then you've got a husband who's a lawyer, okay, now injecting himself into this because she injected herself. I mean, like, if you ever want to see a fucking circus, this is the best place to come. Sorry, it's literally just dawned on me. My God, I've just walked into a circus.
3 rings going all the time.
Yeah, when's the fucking major fucking freak show going to start?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I laughed myself, but this is hilarious. I tried to tell my niece about this whole saga.
She probably looked you up and down and went, "Woman, you're crazy."
When I went down for right after Christmas for the wedding, I went back home, and it's like a 4.5-hour drive, right?
Yeah.
So I'm finishing the story as we're pulling into the driveway 4.5 hours later.
Oh my God.
And she turns the car off and she just looks at me and she goes, either that's the biggest load of BS that I have ever heard. She said, or the sad part is, I know you're telling me the truth. She said, and my brain just cannot wrap around everything that you've just told me. But it took me 4 hours. It was the whole trip, me explaining everything from start to finish. It was unreal. It was crazy.
I mean, here's the here's the thing, though, right? All these people have injected themselves into this, including David Helm. I mean, why is it that every single person? Now, this is just me. This is my opinion. Why is it that every single person, because Lynette Preston has a criminal record, why is it that every single one of them has some sort of record?
I don't know.
I mean, Jeremy Hells may have one, but I don't really care. I mean, the thing is, Jeremy Hells is a little bit, out there. He's loud and everything else. all right? But it's not about his criminal past; it's about the reputation.
A lot of them have serious crimes
Yeah,
on their record, not just simple
I
stuff.
mean,
But
yeah, I mean, just take one big look at fucking Richard Louvman. That's the perfect example not to have anywhere near you within them. I mean, they should put a fucking exclusion zone around him.
hmm
200 miles. You are not to go anywhere near this bit. I mean,
yeah, it's kind of bad when you can't even get your own self out of trouble. I mean,
yeah.
that's kind of bad when you can't even get your own self out of trouble. That's a little bad.
I mean, here's the thing. Either he wants to get sanctioned as someone with mental capacity, whatever, because that's the way he's doing. He's playing.
That's it. That is it. Okay, I have to leave you a little early today. My delivery guys are pulling in with my 2 recliners.
Yeah, that's more important than obviously. Yeah, I get it.
The couch I've been sitting on. The couch is my son's best friend's couch, and we moved into their place, and so they left the couch for me. And I was like, oh, that's great. So they left the couch, would be fine. Please, this is the most terrible piece of furniture God ever produced on this earth. It has killed my back. It has hurt me so bad to sit on this furniture. And so the new furniture is coming in, and it is pulling into the driveway now.
All right then. Well, you be gone, and thank you very much for jumping on tonight. And don't forget, we're going to be talking to stepmother too. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll catch up later.
Tomorrow. So we got that to do tomorrow. That's going to be fun. But thank you again. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it.
Good night, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. See you later.
Laters. And there was My Pretty. And obviously, if you don't know My Pretty and you want to show her some love and support, please feel free to go and give her a subscription and a like and everything else. Right. Anyway, going back to, I'm going to have a look at the comments now. Can't have said is another director that you did. You assume it was Shane. That was my point. She reported whereabouts and continued stalking. Spawn and I's point is exactly as Jeremy said, that the child needs to be safe first. Well, unfortunately, that young'un, the only way that child is going to be safe is if someone actually confronts the lawyer / notary who was responsible for finalizing the adoption for Lynette Preston, because I think a lot of people have forgot the fact that I think it was a year and a half ago, or it was in 2024, I believe, 24, she was actually on the Crampons platform talking about the adoption and everything else. So why is a professional entity and also the legal representative and a notary of an adoption being on the Crampons platform? That's the question you should be asking. But at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do, and if you haven't got the bodies, like the CPS, or to do what they're supposed to do, what can you do? And at no time should anyone be contacting anybody, on anyone's behalf. But what we're going to be doing now, we are going to go and have a quick intermission because I have to go to the bathroom and, say hello to the porcelain gods. So until then, enjoy the tune. Actual fact, I was actually going to test that as well. Enjoy the tune. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Let's do this. Oh shit, wrong button.
good, everything seems alright. A storm is brewing, it's about to hit. The energy of a storm, it will all transmit. The energy of the storm, it's pounding in my veins. The energy of the storm, thunder calling out my name. Streetlights flicker, the shadows sway, whispers in the thunder won't fade away. The sky is breaking, the silence torn, every heartbeat echoes in the eye of the storm. The energy of the storm, it's pounding in my veins. The energy of the storm, thunder calling out my name. Lightning strikes, I feel alive. Crashing waves of sound collide. No more fear, I can't resist. The storm and I now coexist. The energy of the storm, it's pounding in my veins. Energy of the storm, thunder calling out my
Do you know? I tell you one thing. I need to sort these buttons out. I'm freaking trying to click it, and I'm like, why is it not fucking working? And I realise I'm on the wrong freaking page. Anywho, so yeah, that was a good coming up to 2 hours. So code word for this is basically, how can I put it? Yeah, shitstorm. How about that? But again, like before we go into the questions and answers, there's a couple of things I want to point out. There will be this week. There will be probably one or two members only. One just to chat shit, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. And no, Devil Fan, I'm not going to show my tutu or my sheep's costume. And then on the other one, we're going to talk about certain things that have that I've noticed that some people will be interested to know. However, one thing I do want to talk about is that I've watched a couple of films, or one series and a film. One film, it's called October Sky, which was from 1999, and for some reason I came across it, and it's absolutely awesome. And it's based on a true story of someone called Homer Hickam, a coal miner's son, who was inspired by the Sputnik launch. So yeah, he did quite well. Anyway, the other one is Fear, The Walking Dead. That is high. Yeah. And by the way, hello everyone who I haven't said hello to. My apologies to you all if I haven't said hello to you. And yeah, there you go. So that's just a quick one. But anyway, we're going to move on to, now we're going to Q&A. It's been a long day, especially fucking fixing cars, putting the exhaust on. Oh God, awesome. So tomorrow I need to freaking check the car. I need to do like a once over. I was going to film phase 3, but I was only able to do phase 1 and 2. So I need to edit that, and I'm going to be, you're going to see. You'll see. I literally had to walk 3/4 of a mile to get to the bloody car. Had a lot of people looking at me in a weird sense, but hey. And it's Mr. Grumpy to you. Mr. Grumpy. And look forward to the upcoming stream on, when's it coming? On the 20th. We will have our second dose of Cards Against Humanity, and this time DJ Rattus will be dealing with that. And the song that you heard tonight, and basically was created by JK, helping me out with some ideas. So, remember to go and show him some love. And the intro is also done by DJ Rattus. So, big shout out for them too. So, question and answer. So, yeah. No, from the actual tail. Basically, the welding on the silencer basically came off at the weld. So it was still attached to the main pipe, but it just sort of like the weld was shit or it was weak and it just gave. Yes, they do have catalytic converters here. But the thing is, I was the problem was because I didn't have a jack, or I just had the two sort of what do you call it, wheel support. So you put one behind the wheel and then you drive up on them, and it gives you that extra 4 inches. Well, I already had about 5 to 6 inches at the back of the car, and then when oh God, it was a pain in the ass. But I achieved it. I'd done everything in an hour. There was a lot of swearing and a lot of oohs and ahs, and hitting the car a couple of times, stabbing myself in the hand, but that's okay. Just one of those things. But yeah, it got done. So that was good fun. Ramps, basically, they're like little. How can I put it? It's hard to describe. It's a little platform which is sort of like angled, where you can drive up it, and what it does, it raises the car. I got to love and leave you all. Thank you, Mr. K. Davis. Thank you very much for being here. Big hugs, and you take care of yourself. No. I had to, Devil Fan, I had to buy a complete new back box silencer and attach the new one. The pipe that was already on the car, the exhaust pipe itself, was still in good nick. Just a lot of rust and corrosion, so I had to clean that up. And then I used what do you call it, fusy gum. It's what you use on the pipe and also the interior. And then I use a U-clamp to clamp it all down. And basically, you just have to let it go hot, so it dries, and then it becomes a seal between the exhaust and the exhaust silencer. Well, you can only work with what you've got. You know what I mean? You can only work with what you got. And I am very good at adapting. But like my next, one of the members only, I'll be showing a video, and you'll be able to see the extent and everything else. And I'll try and get a picture of the completed task. No, it's not. It's not. It's not a pain in the ass. It was just awkward, just the positioning and the lack of space. But the thing is, you have to work with what you've got. You can't, if you don't have the space or you don't have it, then unfortunately you can't do it. You just have to. It just takes longer. That's all. If I'd have had a ramp or a ditch, if I'd have had a driving ditch, I would have been able to fucking do it like that. It would have taken me probably, instead of taking half an hour, it would have taken me probably 5 minutes, if that, to get the piece off that snapped off. That was still sort of welded onto the exhaust. And then it would have taken me another 5 to 10 minutes to put the new rubber on, the rubber seals, the rubber that you attach to, against vibration and that. And then that would have been done. And then just ran the engine for about 20 minutes, so heat it up. I took it for a drive and it worked perfectly. After when the engine got back in, the battery got charged a bit. So tomorrow I need to take it for another drive. Then I need to check the electrical. I have to go underneath the vehicle again to check all the earth, the grounding wires, and make sure that they're all clean and fucking attached. Oh, what I'll do, I'll look at one of the videos and I will try to take a screenshot or a picture of how much space I had, and you'll soon see what I'm talking about. And you need to remember, I am not a small guy, but it was fun. I mean, having the back end of a car sort of like against my chest, it was good fun. Hence why when you hear the recording, I'm out of breath, richly. But there you go. So are there any questions or anything? And thanks, Stable. If there's no questions or anything else, then all I can say is I don't want to give I personally have a C-class Merc. Basically, I've got, and this is what the claim to fame is, because I got the same car that Bruce Matson's got. He didn't like that. Yeah. Anyway, and he's black. Oh, you won't be able to see it anywhere near. Oh, yeah. So I've got one thing left to fix on the bike. And I said, oh God, this is funny. I sent off for a O-ring for the fuel intake. There's a male and female, and on the male, the O-ring sometimes wears out, and you will start getting a fuel leak because of the corrosion and everything else. And I sent off, and this thing is quite small. It's about the size of a little bit smaller than a dime. No, about a quarter. It's just a little bit smaller than a quarter, even smaller than that. It's actually the same size of a 5p. And I sent off for one, and they sent me one that is fucking huge. So they sent me the wrong one, so I need to go and sort that out tomorrow, which is fun. What else was I going to say? That's it, yeah. So it's all good, all fun. God, I'm glad I'm mechanically trained. Anyway, I'm getting a massage. Someone asked, someone forgot to ask my pretty, what color her new broomstick was, and if it had turbo mode. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I mean, 2.4. I mean, where is it? Oh no, I don't know. Wait, where's that? No, it's gone. Yeah, so it's got racing stripes. That's all I can say. 1 second. Yeah. And to all the newcomers, thank you very much for joining the community. Thanks very much for jumping in here. But before we do call it a night, there's one more important thing I have to do, which is very important for me because I'm very grateful for everyone's support. And that's to Robert Ward. Thank you very much for becoming a member for 2 months. Travis should get a PO. Yeah, absolutely. And then for Robert Ward, Dr. Pepper Fund, I appreciate the $2 for the. That's going to get me 2.5, probably 1 or 2. It's going to get me a couple of cans, that's for sure. And then Amago, thank you very much for gifting 5 gifts, peasantries. And then Turd of Turtles, welcome to the peasantry and welcome to becoming a peasant. So congratulations. Well done. And thank you all for basically supporting me, supporting the channel. I appreciate that. And don't forget, I haven't, yeah. So, and like I said, if it's got nothing to do with me or the community or this don't bring it here. Just remember that, because I've got no hesitation of yeeting anybody. And Friday, maybe, or probably Saturday, I might do another shopping thing. Maybe see what happens. So if there's no more further questions, I'm going to call it a night, and you know how it goes. So is there anyone got questions or anything? The Devil Fan, you take care, buddy. All right, you look after yourself. Timothy, I did see you. You take care of yourself as well. All right, and everyone who's popped in and all the new members, thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope that you were entertained. Dinah's mum, hello, you two. You're a bit late, Dinah's mum. My pretty left earlier on, and I'm just about to close down. So my apologies if you know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to, well, I don't even know who's live right now. 1 second. Let me just go and check. Who is live right now? Who is live right now? Fucking, I could always send you to the crampons. No, I wouldn't do that to you. That is so fucking wrong. Let me see who is live right now. I can't. No. Oh, there's no one decent on live right now. Oh my god, that guy still does like. Ooh, okay. Right, looks like you're on your own, guys. So, so sorry that I can't assist you, but look forward to look forward to the 20th. That's going to be the second game. You have a wonderful night. Miss talking to you. Take care. Well, Diana's mum, well, go and get yourself a coffee, wake up, and enjoy the replay. On that note, you know what's going to happen now. Yeah, yeet. And thanks very much for being here. Thank you. Take care, everyone.
they go. Live every night selling drama on demand, with crampons sitting on their ass and dicky on hand. Fake tears falling, oh I'm just speaking truth, while they pocket super chats and exploit the loons. Gator rolls in trying to act real cool, but he's stirring up heat, breaking all the rules. Haters in a circle, all bark no bite, till SpawnTrooper drops and it flips on the light. SpawnTrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. SpawnTrooper, he asks the situation at hand. SpawnTrooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. SpawnTrooper, the force is weak with this one. Deuces in the mix, spinning lies for the stream. He acts like a king, but his throne's just a meme. Dodging all the questions with his scripted phrase, trying to fool the crowd, but he's just a face. Bones Lacker's got a seat at the front of the show, putting up a front, but got nowhere to go. Guano's hiding in shadows, throwing shade in the chat. They all act tough, but SpawnTrooper's on that. SpawnTrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. SpawnTrooper, he asks the situation at hand. Weak with this one. Now the people rise, no longer blind. The lies unravel one stream at a time. Truth's not merch, it don't come in packs. And SpawnTroopers got receipts, not just attacks. He says turn off the feed, walk into the sun. This war for your mind, it's already begun. With clarity blazing like a saber so bright, he leads the way through the digital night. SpawnTroopers say, I see you playing, keeping up the show, spinning your stories, but the truth starts to flow. Your gators pull high like you're some kind of lord, but all you're doing is striking out with the faulty sword. You're no warrior, just a puppet on strings. Your fake crown don't mean a thing. The game's up now, you're out of move. SpawnTroopers here to expose your groove. SpawnTrooper, he bring truth and facts to the land. SpawnTrooper, he assesses the situation at hand. SpawnTrooper, then he say the words, truth don't kneel to no one man. SpawnTrooper, the force is weak with this one.
Truth will rise in the end, no place for deceit.
May grim unwind, get a whole group on. The force is weak with this whole bunch.